You know that feeling, one that only longtime Golden State Warriors fans truly understand. It's a blend of nostalgia and pride that comes from witnessing a team redefine modern basketball. And once again, this beloved team is entering a new chapter, one filled with changes that could shape its future. Three major developments are now shaking the Chase Center and sending ripples throughout Dub Nation. These aren't just about player trades or contracts. They're about culture, identity, strategy, and the relentless passion that keeps fans glued to every possession. If you're someone who has followed the Warriors closely, someone who cherishes every moment of the team's journey, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Around here, we know basketball isn't just a sport, it's a legacy. Now let's dive into what's going on and how these events may impact the next chapter in Golden State's storied history. Because with the Warriors, the journey doesn't end, it evolves. Let's walk this road together, Dub Nation. News number 1. Warriors lose three-time champion Kevon Looney to free agency. Picture the sound of an empty Chase Center, just squeaking sneakers, and the faint thud of a rim after a missed shot. Now imagine that silence without Kevon Looney. It feels wrong, almost incomplete. For those who bleed blue and gold, Looney was never just another big man. He was the quiet anchor who made sure the engine kept running while Curry hit threes and Draymond lit up the defense. When a second-chance rebound seemed impossible, he was there, fighting for possession. That's why today's news hits so hard. Kevon Looney is officially no longer a Warrior. The New Orleans Pelicans signed him in free agency. The announcement was brief and formal, but for fans who followed all 599 of his games, the emotional impact is anything but simple. This isn't just a player departure, it's the conclusion of a decade-long chapter. Drafted 30th overall in 2015, Looney entered the league with few expectations. Yet he became a foundational piece in a dynasty. He battled through injuries, surgeries, and trade rumors, always returning stronger. While stars drew headlines, Looney did the gritty work, defending giants, switching on guards, boxing out, and making the pass that led to the shot. Joe Dumars, VP of Basketball Operations for the Pelicans, captured it in one line: Kevon Looney is a warrior in the trenches. That's exactly who he was. If Looney meant something to you, like this video and hit that bell. Every click keeps the spirit of this team alive, especially now when the dynasty feels uncertain. Now the pressing question echoes through the Warriors facility. Who replaces Looney? Trayce Jackson-Davis brings athleticism, but his court awareness is still developing. Draymond remains a defensive force, but he needs a front-court partner. The only name currently making sense in discussions is Al Horford. At 38, the Celtics veteran brings playoff experience and defensive intelligence. But no deal is close yet. So the front office has a tough choice. Pursue a seasoned vet like Horford, who can contribute right away but strains the salary cap, or rely on younger players and hope they mature fast enough to survive the brutal Western Conference. Every decision matters. The quiet ones, like re-signing Looney or not, have defined the team's identity just as much as blockbuster trades like the one for Kevin Durant in 2016. Looney's impact can't be measured by his averages. He wasn't just 5 points and 5.7 rebounds per game. He was the dive on the floor, the contested board, the help side block. Now, he's gone, and the void is massive. Will Horford be the right answer? Can he hold the paint and keep the defense intact? Or will the Warriors' front court falter without Looney's glue game presence? Share your thoughts. Who should step up now? Is Horford the bridge the Warriors need, or is it time to trust the youth? Because in Dub Nation, it's never just about highlights. It's about grit, effort, and memory. And Looney, no matter what jersey he wears now, will always be part of that memory. News number 2. Warriors rumored to trade Jonathan Kuminga for Jazz forward in $25 million deal. Eyes open. Dub Nation. There's another wave coming, and it involves a name you weren't ready to let go of. Jonathan Kuminga, the rising forward many saw as the franchise's future, is now at the heart of a major trade rumor. The rumor? Kuminga could be sent to the Utah Jazz. In return, the Warriors would receive 21-year-old forward Taylor Hendricks and a potential draft pick. On the surface, it sounds like just another off-season shuffle. But for those invested in Kuminga's rise, it's much more complicated. Let's rewind to the playoffs. Kuminga averaged 20.8 points with a 60% effective field goal percentage against the Timberwolves. Those numbers don't scream potential, they scream ready. Yet here we are, talking about his possible departure. So why consider moving him? Because the market is tough. Teams are holding on to their cap space, and the Warriors have to balance their aging core with a rising payroll. Hendricks offers a potential solution. Despite a fractured fibula and ankle injury that ended his 2024 season, his profile remains intriguing. A strong rebounder, floor spacer, and solid defender, he could complement Curry and Draymond with less financial strain. In 40 games, Hendricks averaged 7.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, and nearly a block per game, shooting nearly 38% from three. It's the kind of stat line that fits the Warriors' needs, especially post-Looney. The Jazz are also willing to add a first-round pick, sweetening the pot. But here's the dilemma. What if Kuminga becomes a star elsewhere? The Warriors know this risk well. Trading D'Angelo Russell once raised eyebrows, but it led to Andrew Wiggins and a championship in 2022. Every trade is a gamble, and sometimes the stakes are enormous. In the background, Mike Dunleavy and Steve Kerr have tough choices to make. Hendricks is recovering from a serious injury. Kuminga is still raw, but flashing greatness. The pick helps, yes. But what if it costs them their next cornerstone? Kuminga's game is explosive, his physicality rare. Some even see a young Kawhi Leonard in him. Maybe that's overreaching, maybe not. That's what makes this potential trade so painful. Let's be real. If Hendricks stays healthy and fits into the rotation, this could be a masterstroke. But if not, it could haunt the franchise for years. Meanwhile, Kuminga continues to train in silence, working like a vet, but still only 22. So what would you do? Would you swap Kuminga for Hendricks and a pick, banking on fit and long-term flexibility? Or would you hold on to the kid and let him grow into the leader many believe he can be? Drop your thoughts below. Every opinion fuels this community. Every comment is another moment we spend keeping the legacy alive. News number 3. Sacramento Kings expected to offer $95 million contract to Warriors forward. As the offseason stretches on, an unexpected silence lingers around the Golden State Warriors. The front office hasn't made any major moves. No signings, no trades, just stillness. But amid this quiet, one name keeps surfacing: Jonathan Kuminga. Since being drafted 7th overall in 2021, Kuminga has been a symbol of potential. Last season, he averaged 15.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. Yet come playoff time, he was on the bench. That benching raised questions about his role and future in Steve Kerr's system. Now, the Sacramento Kings are circling. They've reportedly offered a package including promising guard Devin Carter, veteran forward Dario Saric on an expiring deal, and 2 second-round picks. While it's not a blockbuster offer, it provides Golden State with valuable financial flexibility and pieces that might fit better in their current structure. Analysts like Ricky O'Donnell from SB Nation argue it's not a bad deal. Carter is a solid defender and shooter. Saric can stretch the floor. The picks offer future value. But for many in Dub Nation, giving up Kuminga still feels like too big a loss. Sacramento, on the other hand, sees Kuminga as a fit. Their system would give him more freedom, more room to attack, to run, to play his brand of basketball. And the rumored $95 million four-year contract shows how serious the Kings are. But the question remains, should the Warriors accept? Keeping Kuminga means betting on growth, on development, and on patience. Trading him means potentially gaining role players now, while possibly losing a future all-star. Golden State's payroll is full. Big contracts weigh heavily, so every move must be precise. Carter and Saric may not be stars, but they could complement Curry and Draymond. Or they might not be enough. This is the same tension the Warriors have faced before, choosing between building for the future or contending now. Some trades worked out, others didn't. So, what's the right call? Should Golden State trade Kuminga for Carter, Saric, and draft capital? Or should they stay the course and hope Kuminga becomes what so many believe he can be? Let us know in the comments. Every like, every subscription, and every view helps keep the heartbeat of Dub Nation alive. Because as long as Curry is splashing threes and Draymond is barking orders on defense, we'll be here, treating every rumor like it's Game 7. Until next time, stay strong, Warriors fans, because this is Golden State forever.